What's up everyone, welcome back to Selva Azteca. This is part 3 now, and you're probably wondering, well, it was only part 1 on my channel, and yeah, part 2 was on somebody else's channel. I did talk about this a little bit in the first episode, but this is a collaboration series with another YouTuber, so as always I'll leave a link in the description or in the comments to his channel, so if you've not watched episode 2, go and do that now, and then this will make sense a bit more. As you can see in the background, there's a roller coaster. You might not be able to see that clearly, but it is there, and that roller coaster was built on Theme Park LB's channel. So yeah, just check that out and then come back to this video. But if you've already seen it, then welcome. So this is part 3. In this video I will expand a lot on the entrance. You can see that there's a fountain in already, and I'm going to build some buildings around that fountain and just give it an overall nice little plaza entrance. And in this video we do actually get a bit more done than that. We start a path off to another area, and I build my first ride. Obviously there's another roller coaster which Theme Park LB built, but I'll put in a flat ride. And yeah, we also do a bit of staff parking, try and make a start on the backstage area because it's not really much there. But yeah, that's what we're doing in this video, so I hope you guys enjoy. Damn, that was a long intro. Right, so straight away you can see the start of the buildings using a plaster wall set that's different to the Adobe style, the Adobe set which I used for the entrance area outside the park, and that's where the ticket booths were and a couple of guest services. But you can see here that this is just a facade, and I've talked about this a lot. I did this in my last series, Port of Asgard, and it's just realistic. That's what parks do. Why would they build a whole building when it's not going to be seen from the back? You know, it's just a waste of money. So they just have the front, maybe a little layer behind it for support, but it's only got to look good from where the guests are standing. And now you can see that I'm decorating these facades slightly, put some wooden planks in, and I did use this a lot again in the last series. You know, this is my style of building. So yeah, I wasn't originally going to use wooden planks like I did in the last series, but I had to here because there's a visual error where the roof that is behind the building sort of glitches through the wall, so I just had to cover that up. So that is the reason why those wooden planks are there. So you can now see some windows and some little flower baskets are going in to decorate it, and the fact that these windows have shutters sort of suggests that it's quite an exotic place, and that is what we're going for. As you can see, Selva Azteca, you can see the whole backdrop and everything, it's pretty exotic, so I think the style of windows fit quite nicely. This is probably Latin America, so they would have buildings like this in the Caribbean and Mexico. Now, I'm not completely sure of this, but I think it may look similar to the entrance of Portaventura in Spain, and I think the entrance of that is where Furious Baco is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think the architecture looks pretty similar to this. I'm not sure what part of the world the Furious Baco area is themed to, but from photos I think it looks similar to this. So yeah, it's just quite a picturesque little entrance, I guess. And now you can see some benches and bins going in. You know, I'm trying to make this realistic, and you might have seen me there. I was changing the light to see what it would be like at dark, and you probably never noticed this, but I never light up my projects at all. I don't know, I just never really thought about doing it. So maybe I will start doing it for this series, because a tropical theme park like this in a warm continent would be open pretty late at night. You can see that theme parks in the UK usually close around 5, and that's because it gets cold. So I went to Europa Park, and that's southern Germany, which, you know, it's pretty near France and Italy, so Europa Park is actually quite warm in the summer, so that was open until like the evening. I like 8 o'clock or something, which might not sound like a lot, but from what I'm used to, parks always close like mid-afternoon. But yeah, I've never been to PortAventura, like I said, so I don't know what that's like. I think in PortAventura actually they might have the park open until early hours, like 1 o'clock in the morning, I think, sometimes in the summer. So, but yeah, if this was going to be like that, then the lighting would be needed, because just because it's warm doesn't mean it's going to be light, you know. You can see a bit of an extension to that Entrance Plaza now, and there's some walls going in around the path. And what I tried to do here is sort of like a walled market. I don't know if you saw that sign I wrote Mercado, which means market in Spanish, and I'm not sure what to put on those signs yet. I don't know if I'll put the entrance to the area. Also, you didn't really see me building that entrance, the entrance through the Entrance Plaza to this new walled area. That entrance I made off camera quite a while ago, yeah. When I was getting used to the feel for it, I made a couple of random blueprints, and some of them I was quite happy with, and that was one of them. So I was thinking, right, well, let's keep that, and then we can put it into the world. And yeah, I think it looks quite good where it is. And you can see some food stalls just went in there, but I did want to have like a market, like Turkish. I'm not sure, like Northern Africa, how they've got markets and stuff with food and stuff, like, you know, I say stuff a lot, but yeah, they sell lots of different things. It's quite hard to have that in this game because there's not a whole lot of food available to have, because I was going to have some like boxes of food, hopefully like trays with cheese. I'm not sure what it would be, probably not cheese in Northern Africa, to be honest, it would go off. But you can see I was trying to put some food in, but why are they so big? I'm not sure. Planet Coaster's got serious scaling issues, but I just tried to get in some random bits of scenery here, things that you could possibly sell. It's quite difficult to find, but I got that wooden carved elephant. I don't know, you might find that at a market to buy as a souvenir or something. And yeah, I think it looks good. The fact that I've put a lot of boxes and barrels around makes it look really detailed, and it looks like I've put effort into it. So yeah, as long as it looks like that, I'm happy. So you will now see the first flat ride enter the park. There it is. As you can see, it did enter just as a blueprint, and that's because I made this off camera a while ago. Same as the entrance, the little archway. This is a blueprint. I did make it, and I think it looks good. It's a good, nice skin, because in Planet Coaster the flat rides are pretty bland, pretty, I don't know. So I had to put some buildings and stuff around it so that it looks good, because unless it's a fair, you don't really have flat rides on their own. Look at Talocan at Fantasyland. Have you seen that? If you haven't, just search it up, Talocan, Talocan, and just look it up. It's amazing, it's spectacular what they've got around it. And then you can compare that to, well, just search for a Huss Topspin, that's the name of the flat ride, Talocan, and you can look for a generic one compared to Talocan, and Talocan looks so much better. And that's because it's enclosed around a building, like half of it is, and then it's got fire effects and stuff. The point I'm trying to make is that flat rides look so much better if there's good scenery, good buildings around it, and that is what I've done there. By the way, I didn't really make it that clear when I suddenly started talking about Talocan, and if you don't know, Talocan is a flat ride located at Phantasialand in Germany. I will actually be going there this summer, so yeah, Talocan is one of the rides that I'm really looking forward to getting on. But the flat ride that is in my park here, it is a Huss Condor, and yeah, I think the name for it, Condor, that's it's a bird that you get in Central America, in South America, so you know, it fits the Latin American feel. So I think, yeah, it looks decent. and I have actually seen one of these in real life. I've not been on one, I didn't go on it, I don't know why. I thought it looked pretty boring, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know why I thought that. I kind of regret it. Yeah. It was at Slagharen in the Netherlands. It's the same park that's got Gold Rush, and yeah, I regret not going on it, but it fits the theme pretty well, and the cars are actually themed like eagles on this, so I think that fits pretty well. But yeah, that's the end of the building that we do on the main street area. This is all behind the scenes now. You can see that there's a lot of rough edges at the back where random buildings and things stick out, so I'm planning to start the backstage area. You can see some really boring concrete going in behind, and this is an absolutely huge building. It goes all the way around all of it, and I talked a little bit about backstage areas in part 1, and realistically at theme parks they are pretty huge. You don't notice it from inside the park because, well, yeah, because of the reason that the park itself are trying to hide the backstage area from you. It just looks ugly, so it takes away from the experience. Yeah, that's why they cover it up. But for a bit of realism, that's what I'm doing here, because pretty much, well, yeah, can't think of a theme park that won't have a backstage area. So what this actually is now, you can see it's a little road accessible from the main car park for the customer car park, and this will be a staff car park, and yeah, it's just to fill in a bit of space because I've got a wide open space, didn't know what to do with it, so I think this is a pretty decent way of filling in the space. But yeah, we're reaching the end of the video now. This is almost the end of the time lapse. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to check out Theme Park LB. Part 4 will be on his channel, and I'm really excited to see what he does, what he adds to this park. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'm pretty sure I've said that before, but yeah, I'm just waiting for the time lapse to end. Anyway, yeah, see you guys next time in the next video. See you later, bye.